Nobody has started a season better in the top division than Liverpool have right now, and only two of those sides have not won the title. I suppose most notably for Liverpool fans, after that great start in 1991, unfortunately they did not go on to win the title. You must have been in a similar position before, Jose, when you have an early advantage. How do you feel? How do you treat the players around you? What sort of messages are you giving them?
The message is a similar message that Jurgen is giving. And if you are in Pep's position, you have to give exactly the same message that Pep is giving. And not just the message, also the feeling. If you are behind, you have to feel that you can reach them. If you are top of the league with a little or bigger advantage, you have really to feel that is not over. But I'm not there. I'm here. And here, from my position, I think is done. Unless something dramatic happens in terms of an injury situation that breaks the team, but I think the team is a complete puzzle. They play exactly the way I think is adapted to the qualities of the players. What they do tactically to leave Mane and Salah in that position, the work that Firmino does for them, the work that Anderson and Wijnaldum they do to cover the sides, to let them free for the transitions, the puzzle is really, really good. And again, I repeat, City is capable of winning 7, 8, 9 matches in a row. But I don't see how Liverpool can lose this advantage of 9 points to them.
Vinny?
I understand where Jose is coming from in terms of Liverpool being so strong. And there's a lot to admire about this team, and I completely agree about the intensity, not just of the fullbacks and the front three when transition happens, but especially that midfield covering ground, and then as well on the ball, having quality, like the cross from Henderson, is didn't just happen once, it's happened in the past, and they can rely on the entire midfield on doing this, but they have the biggest amount of games still to play, and games all over the world, by the way. So when you say, except for anything dramatic happening, the season also is geared up for drama in that sense. There's a lot of games, none of these competitions can be let aside because a team of the standards of Liverpool is demanding in that way. They showed how strong they are today, but I still think that there's another team as well where the puzzle is quite interesting, and it's Man City. So the competition will be there till the end, in my opinion.
You talk about the volume of games they got coming up, Vincent, and it is extraordinary in the run-up to the new year. I think it's 12 over a period of about 5 weeks, 14 in 6 weeks. I mean, they're playing every midweek up until and potentially beyond that FA Cup third round, depending on what happens in the League Cup quarter-final against Aston Villa. Is that a daunting challenge, or is this a team that's just
I think
doesn't seem to get injuries?
I think Liverpool are, thank me for saying it, but are odds on to win this now. And you're thinking, what could go wrong with them? I think it's injuries to key players. I think the group know how they have to play to be effective. They've shown a consistency last year and this year that for them to be at their best, they all have to be high energy, holding nothing back, giving their all every time they go out there. And I think that penny's got through to them, that message has got through to them. So you're thinking they'll be like that. Injuries would hurt them because I don't think they've got the strength and depth that City have. And you get muscle injuries when your muscles get tired and you're not getting enough rest in between games. That is a vital period for them. You're winning, your tail's up as a player, you want to play every single game. You're asked the question, how are you feeling? Oh, I feel great, boss. And I would suggest someone in that period will come down with a muscle injury because those games are thick and fast and they'll be demanding and they're travelling as well. I hope I'm wrong, but I would suggest that might be an issue going forward.
I'm intrigued when we talk about the demands on the modern footballer and about trying to win league titles, and people say, well, it's not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would be winning league titles. Very few people win league titles. It's meant to be tough. It's meant to be demanding. That's why when you get there, it's absolutely fantastic. And when you're a professional footballer, you look at some of the fixtures they've got coming up. If you were in that Liverpool dressing room today, do you know what you'd be thinking? Bring it on. We're in great form. We've got momentum. Everything's everything, as I said, momentum's a huge word in football. Can there be injuries? Of course, that's part of the game. It's part of being at a big club. But bring these games on. If you're in a good place, you look forward to these games. And onwards and upwards for Liverpool.
Think it's done?
I'm not a betting man, but yeah, I think it's done.